Hello, Leo. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. All right, Leo. I feel like this is more of an empowering situation for you rather than accepting a rejection. So, from Vampire, free will, sovereignty, independence, and free spirit. And then from Chakra Wisdom, rejection. Now, this could definitely be you acting on your free will and rejecting something or someone. But rejection is saying that you may have faced a rejection. But again, right, rejection is spirit's protection. And it's basically saying that you don't need others' approval right now. The card at a glance says that you no longer need to prove yourself. This is about understanding who you are and what you have created. This is about, making the right choice, though, when it comes to allowing other people into your life. And then going back to free will, right? Like, it's such a beautiful thing. It's why we say that nothing is ever set in stone. You can change your thoughts, your feelings, your actions at any time. It is completely up to you. But it's about acting on your free will without fear or regret. Being able to say yes and no. But the free will can go both ways on this. If you've experienced rejection, it's really for your higher good. But you can either choose to accept this or stay stuck with it. And again, free will, right? Like, you make the choice here ultimately. But then when it comes to, all right, Leo, here we go. Here's your overall for the week. The Two of Pentacles. So trying to get some balance here, trying to figure things out. This could definitely be about you trying to figure out work and home life, work and fun, 2 relationships, 2 jobs, finances, but you're in the balancing act right now. And like I've always said when it comes to this one, you're flexible here. You're able to go with the changes, but I look at the background, and this time, I feel like it's not about the choppy waters. It's about you trying to keep everything going so that things don't get, out of control. Like, trying to avoid rocking the boat, so to speak. But really, you're trying to figure some things out here. Now, in the past, the Ace of Pentacles, so we can definitely be talking about work opportunities. So with the Ace as the past coming through, like I've said, when Aces show up in the past, it's basically saying that an opportunity is still there for you. But it's really about what you're going to do with it now. Because, it being the past is saying that you really didn't make the most of this. Now, for some of you, yeah, you're definitely looking at a new beginning here. And what's happening is going to be because of this. But I'm looking at you right now with the Two of Pentacles trying to figure some shit out. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles, right, it's sustainability. It's something that is going to take you the long haul. It's not going to drain out. It's not going to burn out. I like this one because it's realistic. It's practical. But the potential there is really good in terms of long-lasting security and stability. And like I said, for some of you, you may be looking at a new job, possibly a new relationship, but whatever it is, it's like you got to figure something out first, before you can make the most of that. He seems to be showing up everywhere, I swear to God. In the present, the King of Swords. So for some of you, definitely you may be dealing with an air sign here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. When I look at the King of Swords, though, I always see this as somebody who is searching for the truth, searching for mental clarity. Somebody who thinks logically about things and not so emotionally. But he's not like the Queen where, she'll cut that shit out. As soon as somebody tries to come to her with emotional bullshit, she's like, hell no. He's not really like that. But he does get to the point on things too. But really good communicator. Now, the other thing, though, too, is when the swords tend to show up, when we're talking about relationships, it can show, maybe difficulty. And I say that because you're trying to figure things out. Or like I said, this could simply be about you thinking logically about a situation. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles being there, and we could definitely be talking about an opportunity that may be coming through from a person. But I don't know. Like, something about it has got you, like, trying to balance it out first. Or trying to look at, you know, what you can cast aside for a minute so that you can actually focus on that ace. You know, not dropping the ball on something, but just kind of putting it to the side. Oh, wow. Future conditions, the Queen of Pentacles. And this is what I'm talking about. When I see swords show up, whether it's the king or queen, it's like the connection can be difficult, but at the same time, the way that the both of you may be thinking, if you're dealing with another person, is kind of on par here, because you're talking about somebody who is thinking logically and another person who is thinking practically about something. But with the Queen of Pentacles and future conditions and looking at all of this going on, basically, she doesn't need that. You know, I've always seen the Queen of Pentacles as not just, you know, somebody who is like very open, very nurturing, very in tune with themselves and their surroundings, but somebody who knows how to create their own security and stability. You don't need somebody else to give that to you. You know, and if we're talking about a job here, it's you moving into a place where you don't need one anymore, and you get to move on to a different opportunity. But you don't need assistance with it. Like, she doesn't need that. She doesn't need a king. She busts her ass, she pays the bills, she creates her own comfort and stability, not just for herself, but everybody within the home. You know, but I'm still waiting to see what is going on here as far as this king. But you have earth and air going on. Oh, wow. Your best path to follow, the Ace of Cups. Wow, Leo. Wow. You definitely have a couple of opportunities coming through, but what I'll say is with the Ace of Cups being there, I feel more so that you need to not really look at so much like accepting an opportunity that you feel is going to be difficult for you. I think you need to look more so at the opportunities coming through that are going to make you feel good. Because with the Ace of Cups, you're talking about a new emotionally fulfilling experience. You know, a new beginning that's going to make you feel good. And I feel like that, you know, more so with this being your advice. You know, you definitely have a couple of different things coming through, but really what is going to be the right one for you? Well, Spirit's saying that you need to go with where you feel like you're going to be happy. You know, because I look back at the Queen of Pentacles, and again, like, you don't need somebody to hand this to you. You can create that yourself. You know, so you may be needing to look at a couple of different opportunities here. But like I said, with this being here, it's really about what's going to make you feel good. Right? Beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. In your environment, the Five of Wands, I'm telling you. Now, with the Five of Wands being in the environment directly connected with the King of Swords, you know, again, it's a difficult situation. And this may be somebody who is looking at things from like a perspective of you need to make the logical choice. Forget about what's going to make you happy. And that may not be in harmony with you because you're looking at disagreements, the butting of heads with the Five of Wands, petty bullshit, petty arguments. You know, nobody hearing each other. You know, but there isn't the intent to hurt there. It's just, you know, somebody may not be hearing you in terms of like what you're actually wanting to do. And you may be left in this position where you feel like you have to continue doing something that just, you know, may be difficult. But, you know, I don't, it bothers me. It's minor. For sure, and like I've always said, it's better than the Five of Swords, but, you know, to me it looks like you're fighting against somebody and the way that they're thinking about what you should be doing, basically. You know, but like I said, with the Queen of Pentacles, right, you don't need that shit. You can create your own stability. You know, but what is it that you want to do that's going to make you happy? Because you definitely have an opportunity to do that, but are you seeing it? You know, and it may be because you have somebody in your space that may be kind of blocking you. but it's just because they're not actually hearing you. You know, they may see things one way. Your hopes and your fears, yeah, you know, the Page of Wands. So, and that may be the issue. You may be looking at doing something new here where there isn't a whole lot of experience, because that is the Page of Wands. But it's saying that, you know, you have the passion and the drive to do this. You know, for some of you, it's hoping to hear some good news with the Page of Wands. But as far as you in taking action, it's really about, you know, being enthusiastic and excited about taking a new opportunity that you may have no experience with whatsoever, but that doesn't matter. You know, because you have the passion and the drive to create whatever you want. But like I said, it seems like somebody is blocking you, and it's like you're hoping for good news to come through so that you can start doing something new. And then coming out, the Knight of Swords. Ow. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. I mean, think about that, right? You're talking about earth. Somebody who is down to earth, who thinks practically about things. But if you're getting forced in a corner here because of somebody who sees things like one way, with the Queen of Pentacles acting like the Knight of Swords, oh, somebody's going to hear it. Like, and I feel like this is about you, like speaking up now. Like, you know what? That's enough. You're going to listen to me and that's it. You know, I don't think that this is about hasty action because you're still in the middle of this trying to figure shit out. You know, I almost feel like for some of you, you're caught in a space right now where you know that you have to continue doing things in terms of security and stability that you may not be happy with, but then at the same time, there's something that you want to do. That is something new that is actually going to make you happy. And if you're dealing with somebody, oh boy. Wow. Now, this is the blunt, harsh truth. This is definitely somebody coming through who is going, you know, look, this is how I think about this, and this is what I'm going to do, and that's it. End of story. And it's not like a Seven of Wands where you feel like you need to defend yourself. You're just coming straight out like, look, I've had enough. If we're talking about, you know, you needing to act with the Eight of Swords, at one point you are feeling trapped. Like there's no way out of a situation. You're not seeing clearly how to get out of something. And there may be fear attached to, you know, the new thing that's coming through. But you feel like you're stuck. But it's causing heartbreak. And that bothers me. But then looking at the Two of Swords, now we could definitely be talking about you getting past this and making the difficult choice with the Knight of Swords being what's coming out on this. You know, and it may be that you need to, you know, I don't so much feel like something needs to end, but make a difficult choice to do it actually is going to make you happy rather than staying in a heartbreaking situation where you feel like you're stuck. You know, and I do think that for a lot of you, this is going to have to do with work, and you may be dealing with somebody that's just hard to deal with in terms of work, especially with the King of Swords and the Five of Wands. But again, you know, I'm looking at these two going, shit, man. Like, when we're talking about earth signs, I've seen them go off before, for sure. But if this is the energy that you're embodying, and you kind of get to a point where you're like, you know what, that's enough. Like, wow. But it's, these are the circumstances, you know, again, feeling like you're stuck, being heartbroken. Especially with this Ace of Cups, like, there for you. But, like, there needs to be a choice that has to be made here. And that worries me a little bit because we're still looking at you with the Two of Pentacles trying to figure it out, you know. And I don't know. Like, it's funny because it almost has like a strength type of feeling where I feel like you need to just grab your balls, say what you need to say, and go. Go after it. Go after what's going to make you happy. You know, I don't know. I don't like that the Two of Swords is what comes out on that with the Two of Pentacles being there, because then you're not actually doing anything. You know, and where are you going then with that Knight of Swords? You know, and like I said before, though, it may be that somebody is like speaking really harshly and bluntly to you, and you may feel stuck and heartbroken at the fact that you can't make the most of this. And that's where the difficult choice is coming through. But it's like you're still trying to figure it out with the Two of Pentacles. Wow, Leo. But again, right? Free will. Like, free will. You ultimately have the right here to change your mind and make a different choice. You know? And then I go back to rejection and think, for some of you, you know, yeah, you may have been rejected. But I don't see, like, the ending of an opportunity. You know, this is definitely still here for you. All right, so for those of you who are single, staying optimistic, right? And that can be hard to do, you know, if you've been single for a while. But when I'm looking at the Nine of Pentacles, we're talking about a secret obsession. Some of you may be involved with a person where you're needing to keep the relationship on the down low, because that is a part of this card. It's secretive, you know, but then there's also like a little bit of obsession. You know, you're taking a part of this person with you, but it's like you're needing to stay optimistic that things are going to actually work out, which makes me wonder if you're dealing with a person who isn't wanting to be out in the open about being in a relationship with you, or you them. You know, but you're the one that's being asked to stay optimistic. But, you know, you could definitely be dealing with a person here that may be a little bit too obsessed with you. You know, I mean, I don't see it in like an extreme way here, but I mean, look at it. You know, he's cutting that strand of hair like, yeah, you know, I'm keeping a part of you with me. You know, but I don't know, because you're being asked to stay optimistic. You know, like I said, it may be that you're dealing with a relationship where somebody is like not wanting to be out in the open with it. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, looking at the Nine of Wands and healing family issues, somebody is definitely trying to come in to fix something. You know, and I always point out with this one, he's kind of pushing her face away, right? It's needing to hurry up and get in there and fix whatever problems there are before it is too late. You know, because we are looking at a 9 here. But definitely somebody may be coming through trying to heal some issues. You know, and that may be you or the other person here. But it's really about whether or not you're going to get past that, you know. But again, the whole intention there is to heal issues. But Leo, man, like, you know, if you continue to be in a position where you feel stuck and heartbroken, then you're not really going to make a choice. You know, and with that Knight of Swords being there, and looking at the Two of Pentacles, I almost feel like, again, some of you may be getting some really harsh, like, direct communication. Then I go back to rejection, and then you needing to figure it out. But, like, I also feel like, you know, you need to get the courage here to just kind of go after it, despite the fact that you may be dealing with somebody who may not agree and may be blocking you. All right, Leo, so, you know, I kind of feel like here with free will and rejection, some of you may have faced rejection, but it may be because you didn't act on your free will. You know, ultimately, it's about you making the choice to act on something here. Now, some of you definitely may have faced a rejection, but again, with free will, you know, you can change your thoughts and feelings anytime. And I feel like this, like, pull. I think that some of you are trying to, you know, again, not rock the boat. Because normally with the Two of Pentacles, there's choppy fucking waters in the background. But this is calm. But yet you're in the middle of this going and trying to keep everything just nice and calm. But I see you feeling stuck in a situation where there is heartbreak, and then you're not making the difficult choice here to do what is actually going to make you happy. You know, With the Three of Swords, I look at that and I look at it in the present moment, and then you have the King of Swords and then you have the Five of Swords. Being heartbroken over the fact that you're dealing with somebody who's really difficult and maybe wanting to continue causing you, problems here. Like, constantly wanting to do, the stupid argument. But then I also feel like some of you are dealing with a person who expects you to be doing something for, not just them, but what they think you should be doing. Because, I look at the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. You don't need somebody to hand this to you. You can create that on your own. And then looking at these two, the potential between them, holy shit. Can you imagine the Queen of Pentacles going off? And if you're embodying that energy right now. But then I do worry that some of you may have heard some, harsh truth. Because you're hoping here to hear something good, especially in connection to this Ace of Cups. And you have a passion, you have a drive here and wanting to go after this. But yet, like I said, you're still in the middle of this, trying to keep things calm. And again, I look at you feeling like you're trapped, feeling heartbroken, but again, it may be because you didn't act on your free will here. You don't have to experience rejection, and you don't have to do what you think other people want you to do, because again, I still see you getting to a place where you can create your own security and stability. But then the other thing is are you feeling confident in yourself? Are you feeling grounded? Do you feel insecure right now? Is that why you're not able to speak up against, somebody who may be just being stupid? I feel like somebody may be blocking you. You may be arguing with a person right now. But you can't stay at the stalemate. You're going to have to act on your free will here. You're going to have to make a choice. And again, your opportunities are still very much there. I mean, they're not going away. But you need to do what's going to make you happy. Now, in terms of relationships, this one kind of threw me off. Stay optimistic in the Nine of Pentacles. To me, because the Nine of Pentacles is obsession. And it's the secretive affair. This is about somebody who's trying to keep a relationship on the down low. They don't want it out in the open. Now, somebody is obsessed, though, but yet you're being asked to stay optimistic about the situation, and maybe staying optimistic over that this person will actually want to have a full-on relationship with you instead of just acting like you're there for a short time and then that's it. Because again, somebody's obsessed. Now, as far as those of you who are in a relationship, yeah. Somebody is trying to come in to fix something here. Healing family issues in the Nine of Wands, yeah. But, it's really about whether or not somebody is willing to accept that. But it is saying with the Nine of Wands that somebody needs to come in and fix something right now before it's too late. Because we're at a 9 here. But again, if healing family issues, that's what it's all about. Healing those issues within the family. But it may be you that's blocking the other person, or them you. Either way, somebody has to be willing to give to this, to get to the place of healing. But damn it, Leo. Whoever it is that you're dealing with right now, whether we're talking about work or a relationship, you don't need the pettiness involved with this. And I do think that some of you may be feeling a little bit insecure when it comes to, your ability to follow your passion and what makes you happy, But again, it's up to you, right? You ultimately get to make the choice here on whether or not you actually make a choice or you stay at the stalemate.